Okay, everyone, if you'd raise your hands for Coach Clifford, we'll get started. First one goes to Josh Cohen.
Hey, Cliff, what would you say the keys for today's game are going to be now that you've had a few days to think about what Game 5 might look like?
Well, I think the first thing is we've got to get off to a good start. The games that we've played better in, Game 1, Game 4, we started well, and we don't want to be playing out of a big deficit early in the game. And then the second part is it's going to be, the transition game. I mean, again, you go back to their great strengths where there's a lot of them. They're first in pace, they're third in fast break points. And, to give ourselves the best chance, we can't let them get out and score in transition. Then I think it's our turnovers. And then we have to do better with the rebounding game. I mean, they had 17 second chance points, I believe it was, in Game 4. And when you look at it, it was one of the deciding factors. So, it'll start there. And then obviously for both teams, there's a lot of little things that need to happen too.
Josh Robbins.
Steve, have you got a gauge on how difficult it will be emotionally for your team to go from being amped up to play Game 5 Wednesday, having 2 days without a game, and then to have to get back up for it today?
I think, Josh, that will be, an interesting dynamic to watch for all of the teams today. Guys get into rhythm, as you know, in this league, and we were playing every other day. I think the quality of play was getting better and better. So, to have a little bit of a longer layoff like this will be interesting. And, maybe it won't be a big deal at all. But I do think particularly early in the game for both teams, there'll be a little bit of a feeling out there.
Dan Savage.
Cliff, kind of building on that, obviously starts have been important for you guys in this series. Just how essential does it become with that emotional factor, as well as, going against a Bucks team that has a 3-1 lead in the series?
Again, I think it's critical. We don't want to be playing from behind, and especially we can't allow them to get a bigger cushion early in the game. So readiness, shot making, discipline to the plan, all of those things will be critical early in the game.
Eric Wilson.
Coach, thanks for doing this. Appreciate your time. With regards to Chris Middleton, games 1 and 2, he really didn't have a great game, but he started to turn himself around. What's your thought process in going into guarding and defending him and kind of getting him out of his rhythm?
Yeah, no, and he got away from us, obviously, in Game 4 at the beginning of the fourth quarter was the most important stretch of the game. And he's such a, terrific shot maker that if you make a couple mistakes and you give him room and he sees the ball goes in the basket, he can score a bunch of points in a hurry. So, we're going to continue to be aggressive with him in pick and roll coverages. And, James has done, phenomenal job on him. And, we're going to try to stay with that matchup as much as we can.
Josh Cohen.
As the series has gone along, do you feel Markelle has gotten more and more comfortable handling the ball pressure that's been applied to him by Eric Bledsoe and the others on Milwaukee?
I thought Game 4 was his best game, and I think that he has responded well to the ball pressure part of it. I thought the other night was Game 1. He shot the ball really well, and he played well. But the other night, I thought he was great. His defense was terrific. He was on the attack offensively. He played with great aggression, and I think it was a response to he wasn't pleased with himself with the way that he played in Game 3. So I think that was very positive, and we'll need more of that tonight.
Dan Savage.
Cliff, a lot of talk has been around Evans' shot making, and obviously, you'd want that to improve. But, how have you felt about him from a playmaking and defensive standpoint over the course of the series?
Well, as you know, people that haven't been around Evan don't understand. I think he feels a lot better today. He said he felt better yesterday. He hasn't been close to 100% the whole series. And That's been a big part of this. Wesley Matthews has done a great job. They're a great defensive team. And, you know, they're locked into Evan. He's one of the guys that we play through. But also a big part of this is just he was very sick. He went a number of days where he wasn't even able to exercise, you know, it wasn't like he could do summer practice. And so he's not physically where, you know, he'd like to be or we'd like for him to be. But I do think he's feeling better. You know, he said that yesterday. And you know what? He's the kind of guy, I mean, he's such a great competitor. He could come out tonight to me and have a big game.
Anything else for Coach Clifford? Okay, thank you.